வணக்கம் நேயர்களே, 12 மணி செய்தி தொகுப்பிற்கு உங்களை வரவேற்பது விஷ்ணுராஜ். புதுவை முதல்வர் நாராயணசாமி தொடர் போராட்டத்தில் ஈடுபட்டுள்ள நிலையில் ஆளுநர் கிரண் பேடி டெல்லியில் இருந்து திரும்பியுள்ளார். தற்போது சென்னை விமான நிலையத்தில் செய்தியாளர்களை சந்தித்து வரும் நேரடி காட்சிகளை தற்போது பார்க்கலாம்.
Last year, you had road safety week this year, and all through the year we've had road safety campaigns. The traffic policemen go to the schools and educate. So where's the lack of awareness? Recently we had an essay competition, and children who won the essay competition, when we asked them on the stage, what did you write? They all talked about road safety. They all talked about wearing of the helmet. They all talked about not mobile on the phone. So they won the prizes. So where are we spreading the message of awareness? It exists. On the contrary, it's a lack of enforcement which is causing one death every third day in Puducherry.
So the biggest accusation from the Chief Minister is that you are also acting as an administrator instead of being an executive person, and he claims that the Chief Minister being chosen from the people, he can only be the administrator. Do you agree with it?
That is why I'm not the governor. I am a lieutenant governor, and I'm also termed administrator under the Act and the law. And the administrator has very clearly defined financial powers, very clearly defined service powers, very clearly defined security issues, very clearly defined contracts and other matters. So service matters, financial matters, final approval. The question here is, you send the file to me. Why do you send the file to me? That's because you need the approval of the administrator. Because the government means administrator under the law in that situation. In many cases where it's written, government it's defined as it means administrator. That's why you're sending the files to me. Otherwise, why do you send the files to me? Which means under the rules and under the law, the Chief Secretary is following the business rules, the secretaries are following the business rules and send them to me. Now the choice I have is whether I just let it pass or I examine the file. If these things are not clear, I call the officer to clarify. If there's some document which is amiss, I ask for a clarification and call for a meeting. So that means it's a process. If you don't send me the file, I don't know. But if you send the file, then my duty becomes due diligence. And due diligence demands hearing the officer, examining the file, looking at the documents, maybe sometimes do a spot inspection. Because this means huge amount of public money, and it also means a lot of policy. So I'm not into any matter where the rule or the law does not include me. And secondly, I am not calling for files unnecessarily. I'm calling for files only which are within the powers of the administrator. And these have been more than clarified. So there's a judgment which is awaited from the Honorable Madras High Court on this issue. It is awaited any time. It's, I think, about 2-3 months where there's been an argument on that. And it's awaited. You never know what it says.
Other political parties are also given the support to Narayanasamy, like DMK
all political parties, except BJP.
Many leaders, the charges against you, you are doing unlawful and against the democracy in Rajniva. What do you think?
As I said, I am only following the law and the rules as defined in the... I'm accountable. I'm accountable to. I have to... The financial powers, I'm the head of the consolidated fund. The final financial power is with me. It's not delegatable. The grant in aid power is not delegatable. And the Honorable Chief Minister has asked for a clarification from Ministry of Affairs. The financial rule is not delegatable. Nobody can delegate unless the rule is changed by the President of India. And this I am here by Parliament, Act of Parliament. So unless the Parliament changes, the powers remain as they are. This is exactly the reason I said, let's have an open house debate so that you hear both the voices. Let people decide. Because I think we've gone only once on one track. You people have been reading what I said. People have read what he said. But I think it's important that what we said. Not he said or I said. Let's we said. So let there be one forum at which he's accepted the request. Then let there be one forum, one issue. Let the Lieutenant Governor side say what it has to say. Let the Chief Minister side what it has to say. Let people form their own opinion. In fact, for the media too, you will get both the opinions at the same time. At the moment, you've been only getting one. Like for instance, if the CM had been right here, I would have stepped aside and say, all right, you say what you want to say. People can hear both and then take a decision. I'm referring to a particular law. He may refer to another particular law. It can be possible, but let people hear it. I'm following a particular set of rules. He's probably following another set of rules, which means it's open for court jurisdiction. The matter is pending before the Madras High Court. They took me to Madras High Court. Why are they not awaiting the judgment of the Madras High Court? And the matter is already settled by the Supreme Court in Delhi case, where the Delhi judgment clearly said this judgment is not applicable to Puducherry because Puducherry came under the Act of Parliament and Delhi came under a constitutional clause. So, but he every time tells the media, so this applicable to, I have to tell the media, no, it says that this is not applicable to Puducherry. So you are hearing two sides. That's why I suggested. I think it's a beginning of a very good practice. We could have a town hall practice where every department holds town hall meetings with the common people where they can hear about PWD matters, education policies, right? Power issues, police issues. And let there be a town hall with the head of the department, the secretary, and explain to the people. Finance secretary explains the budget on welfare schemes, what is the money available, what is the money not available. It's very good. I think we should have a practice of town hall, which is real grassroots democracy. So that will ensure grassroots democracy. So I welcome that suggestion of the Honorable HCM. So today I'll meet him and we can take a call that can we have it tomorrow itself. And subject to the availability of my finance secretary and my chief secretary and my OSD, we will go ahead.
Does this also mean that after reaching Pondicherry, once again you will enforce the road safety rules in the place?
The road safety, you and I, nobody has a choice. You and I are following the road safety rules under the Motor Vehicle Act. And everybody subordinate to this order, direction of the Supreme Court. Everybody subordinate to the Motor Vehicle Act. If you read the All India Radio News at 8 o'clock every day, Mr. Gadkari himself is on the television, on the radio to say, helmet पहन के चलना है, helmet नहीं पहनना है तो ये कानूनी अपराध है. Every day, the transport minister is on, listen to the 8 a.m. radio news and you will get it. So, the point here is not law enforcement choices. You have no choices. The law is above you. However high you are, the law is above you. Whether it's the chief minister or the lieutenant governor. I also cannot say, go slow. If I do, I commit a contempt of court. Regrettably, anybody who obstructs that, whether it's a DGP, whether it's a chief secretary, whether it's a lieutenant governor or a CM, anybody who obstructs or slows down the enforcement of the law is committing a contempt of court.
Okay, thank you.